Today we're going to be taking a little bit of footage from the archives. And I'm double dipping a little here because, you know, I've got chores to do and life's overwhelming enough without trying too hard. So we're going to be making a tube bender. This footage was filmed in May 2019. And I wanted to make a mini bike. And in order to make a mini bike, you have to bend up the frame. The tubing bender is made out of 4 major parts. There is a bending die, a pressure die, the frame, and then there's a hard point that actually hooks this whole thing to the ground so you can really reef on it. In order to make those dies, I had to cut some inner radiuses out of metal. So I made an inner radius cutter. That's actually the more interesting part of this project. It's really what made the whole thing fun. We had this whole elaborate plan with costumes and props, but honestly, it's more important to just get things done. So here, we're just getting it done.
So that last cut was a bit of a disaster. So I tried to grind a bit of a rounded nose onto the tool to try to make it more better, I guess? I don't know. Should look kind of okay. Wah, wah. Oh, that is buttery. I've checked the numbers a bunch of times and it seems to be a part. Made myself a little template. So next I'm going to grind my piece of tool steel so that it fits right in that template. Oh, that was a little much. But this is a few thou too big, so it'll be fine. I have a chart over here. This represents the plunge, sweep, plunge, sweep, plunge, sweep in order to get to the radius of the tool. Here, this is sweep, 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 zip. Note to self, in the future, don't wear eye protection with dangly bits. That's a part! So the plan is to make a trough cutter out of this guy. Break your chips. Break your chips. I got all set up to do this cut, only to realize, oops. Uh-oh, it doesn't fit because it ran out of X travel. So I'm gonna have to take the rotary table off. It does not want to. Oh, is it hitting? Huh? I now have the opportunity to show you the gear change procedure. Easy peasy. It's not supposed to be making sparks. These RPMs are too damn high. And you do not plunge slotting saws. So I have done my best effort on sharpening this thing. The teeth are all different lengths and they probably don't all cut, but it still works, so heck. That's it. Originally I was going to use this 3/4 bar, but it has a little bit of the weeble wobbles. But here I have some 1-inch stock, which doesn't fit. But luckily, 5 thou to go. That took off 20 thou. Why did that take off 20 thou? It took me over a year to discover that some joker had repaired the cross slide with an 8 threads per inch lead screw. The hand wheel gradations are for 10 threads per inch, so every cut I made was off by at least 20%. In this case, the 300% error is due to the lathe being sloppy as. Should have sanded it in. I just mounted it up. I'm just gonna do a little scratch. Oh, that's not coming out. It's not even close. Through an extended period of confusion, I realized that the tailstock is nosing about 20 thou downward, right out here on the nose. That's my homemade chuck key. Well, shit. Here's the setup for the first real test of this inner radius cutter. I've built this tool here. It has a little tooth sticking out. Everything here is pretty beefy, so it shouldn't come flying towards me, and if it does decide to leave, hopefully it does it in the away direction. As it turns out, drill rod comes unhardened. I should have realized this when I had to resharpen the cutter after every 10 seconds, but you know, I only have myself to blame. Even if it had come with a manual, I wouldn't have read it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So, change of plans. This thing is too complicated. I'm going to see if I can simplify it by removing the adjusting mechanism. I did some hazy math and figured this is about where it needs to be. So if I can fit this through here nice and tight, it's too tight. So we can just drill the hole right there. So I'm going to take this stuff, pin it on right there, and then just wrap it over and pin it to the other side. Here we are, 3 years later, and our bender is looking a little rusty. But you know, it's put in some bends, and we're ready to give it a demo for you all. think that's it. So thanks for watching. I hope you'll continue to join us as we explore more archival footage and get back to the present. We have some very fun projects in the works. Bye. Evie, what did you just tell me?
It looks a lot smaller in person.
It's cold in here.
Cut.